What's going on, everybody? David here, back with another video. So we're going to do a stimulus package, stimulus check update, the late update. So we're going to talk about the debit cards. So debit cards are starting to go out. I'm going to give you some information on that. We're also going to talk about January 15th. So we have a January 15th deadline. So we need to talk about what happens if you don't get your stimulus check by January 15th. How do you proceed after that point? So we'll talk about that. The IRS errors. So the IRS error. So we had some errors with H&R Block, with TurboTax, and the IRS has indicated that they fixed the problem. And so we're going to talk a little bit mainly about TurboTax and what TurboTax has said about this whole situation. And then we're going to talk about 140,000 jobs lost in December. So we'll talk a little bit about that. And then breaking news just about an hour and a half ago, President Trump has been permanently banned from Twitter. So we're going to talk a little bit about it. And then I want to know your thoughts when it comes down to that. But first off, you guys can do me a favor. Please hit the like button. It does help with the YouTube algorithm. Also, please subscribe to the channel. Hit that little bell notification. That way you'll get notified anytime we put out a video. All right, so the first story we're going to talk about are the debit cards. So debit cards will be going out to 8 million people. So make sure, and let me show you what the cards look like. Here are the cards here. And so you'll get this down below. You see that's a sample of the envelope. So if you receive anything in the mail and you can fill a card inside of it, do not throw it away because it could be your debit card. It could be your stimulus check. So make sure you handle that with care. Make sure you open it up. This is what the card looks like. It is the Economic Impact Payment Card, okay, the EIP card. So make sure you open up all of your mail. I don't care if you think, oh, you know what, this is junk mail. I know I've got one before. No, open it up to make sure that it is not this EIP card, because if you throw this away, then it's going to be, you'll be able to get another one, but it might take you a little while and you'll get pushed to the back of the line. You don't want that situation. So if you want that stimulus check, make sure you open your mail up. So when you get mailed this debit card, you will get information on how to activate the card. You can use it online. You can use it at stores. So go to a retail store. You can use it, grocery store. You can use it. You can also take cash out with this card. You can transfer funds. For a lot of people, this is a convenient way. So you don't have to worry about having a bank account or anything like that. You'll get the card and then you'll be able to use the card. So I think that's going to be good for a lot of people. You can also use the Get My Payment tool just to make sure to see if it's on its way. And if it is on its way, then you can start looking for it in the mail. So that's another good option. I would recommend going to the Get My Payment tool anyway, just to see what your status is. And I don't know if they're indicating, let me know in the comment section if you guys see this. I don't know if they're indicating if they're going to be sending you a card or sending you a check, but at least you'll know something is coming so you can check your mail for it. Okay, so the next story I want to talk about is January 15th. So that is the deadline. All stimulus checks need to be sent out prior to January 15th. So if you do not get your stimulus check and it's after January 15th, I give it a couple of days after January 15th, then you might have to file your taxes, your 2020 taxes, and claim it in your taxes. And when you claim it in your taxes, this is what you're going to be claiming. It's the Recovery Rebate Credit. And like I've been saying this all along, when it comes to this stimulus check, this is a tax credit. Okay, it's like a temporary tax cut, if you want to look at it that way. And so that's what you'll claim. And so you'll be able to get it in your 2020 taxes. So when you get your refund, you'll be able to get the money then. So your quickest avenue is probably going to be doing your taxes and then getting it in a refund. Okay, so now this is a story. This happened last time as well with H&R Block, TurboTax. And what happens is the IRS, they had some errors because they were sending the stimulus checks to these temporary accounts, temporary bank accounts that no longer, the customer no longer has access to. So basically, if you're using TurboTax, they're using a separate account that the money goes to, and then they send the money to you. So in a situation like this, the IRS was just sending that money back to that bank account, not knowing that the bank account wasn't active. And so they were just kicking it back to the IRS. And so it looks like they fixed the problem. H&R Block said that they fixed the problems a couple of days ago. TurboTax has now indicated that they've also fixed the problem. And so people will be receiving their check in the right account, which is good news. And it's crazy because they had a similar issue last time. You would think that they would have done something to prevent this, but nonetheless, they fixed it relatively quickly. And so people will still be getting their check very soon. All right, so let's talk about this 140,000 jobs lost in December. Now, this is the first time since April that we've seen a job loss. So in April, we saw a job loss. And then in May, June, July, started getting better and people started to go back to work. So we saw some positive numbers. This is the first time since April that we've seen negative numbers. And obviously, I mean, a lot of it has to do with the stimulus package, the lack of a stimulus package for just last 7 or 8 months. And then also the pandemic. I mean, the pandemic, it's getting a lot worse. It's not getting better. And you have states like California that are now epicenters when it comes to COVID-19. So we can only hope that help is on the way. Like President-elect Joe Biden keeps saying, help is on the way. Chuck Schumer, now the majority leader of the Senate, he's saying that help is on the way. So all we can hope is that they follow through with that, because we're definitely going to need more assistance. It's this last stimulus package, $900 billion stimulus package. We're going to need more. We're definitely going to need more. You've had the economists talking about the double dip recession. This is really not a good sign. If 140,000 jobs were lost in December, let's hope that we can get back on track very, very fast. So more people won't be losing their jobs and homes. And it's crazy. We've been dealing with this way too long. And so we need some good news. And I think with new leadership, hopefully we'll have some new opportunities when it comes to another stimulus package. All right, so the last story I want to talk about is Twitter. So this is President Trump's Twitter account. This is what it looks like right now. And he did try to tweet again. He went to the government Twitter account and he tried to tweet on there, but then they deleted that. So President Trump doesn't have a way to reach out to the people, I guess. That's the way he was reaching out to the people before, via Twitter. He does not have that anymore. So we're going to have to see what he does in the next, 11 days. But pretty amazing. I want to know what you guys think about Twitter doing the ban there. It's a permanent ban. So what do you guys think about that? It is their platform, so they have the right to ban whoever they want for whatever reasons they deem appropriate. But what do you guys think about that? So let me know down below. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe for more, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.